You are now tuned in to the Bulldog Sports Show.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bulldog Sports Show. You already know, of course, I'm Jay Ford. We got Ronny Vega sitting here. We got Coach Black. Apparently, Derrick did kill him last week to take his spot. But if you already don't know, the Bucks lost this weekend. And we're very sad here at the Bulldog Sports Show about that. Except for one person that hasn't stopped rubbing it in my face, especially for the last 10 minutes. This guy. How you doing, guy?
Doing good, doing good.
You doing good?
How you?
You feel good about what you've been doing to me for the last 10 minutes?
Where's your Bucks shirt, man?
I have it
Come
in
on,
Bucks
man.
colors. Look, the red and black
You
still.
ditched the uniform.
I didn't ditch
just
the
colors now?
uniform. I didn't actually look. I didn't get to see the game this weekend. I was with the family.
You didn't want
I felt like if I did watch the Bucks game, we could have sent some Bucks magic. You know, I got a Warren Sapp jersey. I've mentioned it before. We wave it in front of the TV and touchdowns happen. But I wasn't
They
able.
got the Wicked Witch of the North, and it wouldn't help you.
come
this
on.
weekend, I'm here to tell you.
You gonna bust out Oz references. All right, we're gonna jump right into this first. Got my cue cards here.
Okay, that's
Because see, look, usually they don't give me pieces of paper to read because if you notice after the first show, they were like, Jay doesn't get paper no more. I was making paper airplanes. I was throwing them at the director. I was doing all kinds of
Oh, I
stuff.
thought they was just limiting your intake on
It's just
reading.
a whole bunch of pictures of stick figures, man. What's up with that?
I was playing. Oh, that's the first card. Stop.
what?
Stop playing. You know? Okay. All right.
Man, they don't look like they're playing football on thing. But go ahead.
Yeah. But can I talk about our co-host that is not here today?
Yes, sir.
Miss Kim Weems is not here today because she is tired of Ronnie's BS. No, Kim is not here today because she's actually seeing a recital, I think, for her daughter, right? Yeah, a recital for her daughter. So good luck to you. I hope you win. And, you know, unfortunately, I got these two idiots sitting next to me this week.
Good
Thanks a
luck.
lot. All right, jumping right into it. From the top of the panhandle, we got the Jaguars. How did the Jaguars do this week, Coach?
How did they do? Okay, let's see if we can find any positive in this. In garbage time, they did pretty good. They got a couple of touchdowns.
A couple of touchdowns.
Outside of that,
Was Blake Bortles any good this week?
Blake Bortles has improved. He still have problems, I think, throwing the deep ball. And you gotta look at, you know, he was able to manage the offense. I mean, this week he was 32 of 46 for 336 yards, one touchdown, one interception, which isn't bad for a rookie. The problem that they had is defense.
Here we go.
Defense. They don't have any defense.
I hear you.
The flow of
You
the
get
curse.
beat 48% of the team. I mean, you let Joe Flacco throw five
His name is
touchdown
Joe
passes in the
Flacco?
first half.
Joe Skinny.
I
Yeah.
want to say I tried to.
Why do you say that? In my neighborhood, they call me Blanquito Flacco. It means mighty
Oh no,
warrior.
my bad.
means
That
mighty
was
warrior.
Joe Flacco with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was the Bucks that I'm thinking about now. Man, I'm so anxious to get on you about the Bucks.
We'll get to it. See how he is, folks? This is what I've been dealing with. All right, come on.
But you know, Jacksonville didn't really do too bad. In the end, the defense is what.
That's what I was going to get to.
Tennessee,
Their defense is, their
Charlie
defense is
Whitehurst,
improving.
he was able to move the ball downfield, and you know they was able to win the game. But not bad for a kid to come out as a rookie. But then you got to look at who they're playing.
So from last game to this game, defense improved or no?
I think the defense was a little better, but then
But it's
again,
still
you got to
right.
take into consideration who they're playing.
Right. Offense-wise.
You know, offensive wise, a little bit better for Boulders. He did a little bit.
I mean, they
better.
lost what by 2 points, right?
Yeah, they lost by 2 points.
That's not
Had
bad.
an opportunity to win that game.
Yeah.
Had an opportunity to win that
Okay.
game. So not bad at all.
All right. Well, hold on. First cue card now. Now move. Don't be laughing at my cards, right? You're a professional. See, what people don't know is he's got stats and computer printouts and blah blah blah. I basically had my director email me some stuff, which I didn't even do. My wife actually forwarded to herself and then wrote me a whole bunch of cue cards.
Now, you should wrote it because that's not your handwriting. There's no way you can write that good.
That's because he's reading.
Yeah, there's no way you can write that good.
Here, I go like this.
Yeah.
This would have been like one word.
Yeah.
All right. The Bucks were blown out this week by the Ravens. What happened?
That was the game I was talking about.
Yeah,
I'm so
I know.
excited
I
about
think
that
the whole
game.
audience knows about
I
it.
mean, you talked about my Steelers last week in a bad way.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago, you talked about them in a bad way. So
I
now
was talking about him in a bad way.
comes
I was
back,
standing up
comes
for
back, and the
Don't go
Bucs-
there because the
Let me tell
Steelers
you
didn't
about
do
the
good
Bucs.
neither.
Let me tell you about the Bucs. They
Okay.
did better than the Bucs. I mean, 48-17, 31-10. The Bucs 5 touchdowns by who? The Ravens quarterback in the first what? Half. 5.
I didn't get to see the game. Okay?
I think you kind of shut it down after the second half. But they really
I
didn't
felt
want to
really
run that
bad,
up
too.
anymore. But they kind of pretty much done what they want to. When you look at the Bucs,
You should see my face when I called my bookie. I was like, what?
I mean, you look at Glennon. He didn't do too bad. 24-44, 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But like I say, some of that came at garbage time.
Garbage time.
Yeah, garbage time. This game was decided after the first half.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, it was over. That defense,
All right, so what's Coach Smith got to do? To get
well, first of all, you got to make the defense play better. Your defensive back has got to defend better. I mean, I don't know if that's a coaching situation or whether you need to bring in somebody else and sit somebody down and make them play, get motivation, but you can't give up 48 points and expect to win football.
I hate when you said they gave up 48 points. It's not like they showed up, put on their jersey, and said, "Here you go."
Did they show up? I mean, you got to look at what it
It was
is.
just
What it
some
is.
mascots out there. Just,
Right. No one else was really doing anything.
I mean, their offense is not doing too bad. Their defense has got to step up.
I hear you.
They've got to get more pressure on opposing
So-
quarterbacks, and defensive corners have got to cover that.
So you're saying
Okay.
the defensive coach is not going to have a job pretty soon?
The way that they're going, I don't think so.
No. That's
Okay,
it.
so we got, what I've been told is, from this lovely cue card here, because I'm not going to lie like I'm looking at a card here, they got a bye week. What's that mean?
Well, what that means is they don't have to worry about getting beat. It's gonna.
I was hoping is that we get to buy a week. I was like, we buy a week? Like,
With that bye week, can they make adjustments? That's what's going to come into play. Coaches should be able to make an adjustments to have be better on defense, because if you don't get better on defense, it's just the onslaught is going to continue.
that hit me in the head. We're not editing that. All right, here we go. Miami, because you know how we do. We like the top. We're going to work our way down. Miami. How did the Dolphins do?
Now the Dolphins came out. They played really.
That was a close game, too,
They
though.
played really good football. Their defense stepped up. They
Right.
gave Green Bay all they could handle and then some. But then you're going against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you got to play him 4 quarters of football every minute that's in the game, because if you don't, he's going to try to pull it out, which he did. But when you look at what
Aaron Rodgers. You sound like a country singer,
Tannehill
don't
did, he
you?
was 20 of 31.
Coming to the stage, Aaron Rodgers.
244 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
It was like Kenny Rogers.
Those interceptions may have cost them. When you're dealing with the Packers, you can't make many mistakes.
Right,
You
right.
got to be able to make sure you protect the ball. And like I say, they played a very good game. It just,
Was that home or away? What?
They were at home. And they were at home. So they played a really good game.
Usually the reason why I ask that, usually the upstate guys, they can't handle our heat down here, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's true.
That
It's
Florida,
true.
Well,
They get
thought-
off the plane and I hear
Yeah,
hit some and it's just like,
They thought that was going to be the case, but
no.
Green Bay don't
She
care
said
where they
pull out.
play at.
Right. All right, Ryan Tannehill, okay. Right quarterback or not?
I think he's a pretty decent quarterback.
Yeah?
I mean, when you look
Yeah,
at it, you go against the Green Bay Packers and you can play with them and stay with them until the last of the game. That's a pretty good show. That's a pretty good show. And I think they have the right parts. They just got to get the ball moving more on the ground. Got to run the ball more. That's going to open up their passes a little bit more. And I think that will help them because their defense stepped up.
Getting competitive in their division, what do they got to do?
Well, they got to continue to do the things that they're doing now.
Who else is in their division? Just real quick, just so everybody knows, because I'm not.
Buffalo is in that division, which I don't think they have to worry about too much about them. But the problem is going to be Patriots.
Patriots?
That's going to be a problem because you know how Tom Brady is. He hate to lose.
Right.
He stepped it up He stepped up his game.
Captain America over there.
First couple of games, they look kind of shaky, but he has really stepped up his game. So
How many bad games did Tom Brady have? Because they made it seem like they were going to just like sit him on the bench or get rid of him.
he had like two, but
2 bad games, they were already going to get rid of him.
no, but he
All those Super
I don't
Bowls.
think they're never going to get rid of him. And he's just going to always come back. He'll adjust to what's going on,
Right.
and he'll come back out and have a good game, which is what he did.
Right, they made it seem like he had a whole like 6 games straight bad or something, you know. But
No,
2 games,
they're
that's
sitting
it.
at 4-2, so
Yeah, I mean,
not
give,
bad
give
at
the
all.
guy a break.
Yeah,
All right,
not bad
so
at all.
we're going against the Bears next week with the Dolphins, man. Over, under, what's going on?
Well, I tell you, that's going to be a tight contest, but the defense is going to have to play like it played against the Green Bay Packers. The Packers pretty much with Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson, you know, that was a problem for them. Now you're going to go to Chicago and you're going to have Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffries, and these guys can put up big numbers. So it's going to depend on how our defense does.
All right, Miami's done. Last question. How's the Mamas doing?
Well, we're
People
kinda
that
getting-
haven't been paying attention, I'm sorry to cut you off. Coach Black coaches the Seminole Mamas over here in Sanford. Great team. I love them. So why don't you give us a talk about the Seminole Mamas?
Well, the Mamas, we're doing pretty good. We're pretty much going through our practices right now, getting ready for our preseason games, kind of getting all the guys in, get them on the same page, getting the timing with the quarterbacks. And, you know, we're just excited to kind of get this thing rolling. December 6th, we're going to have a bowl game that we're going to be playing in. We're still waiting on the location of that. And then December 13th, we're going to play at Lake Mary High School against the FFA's team, the Winter Garden Renegades.
And I know we're going to get some footage out there, so that should be really cool, man.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
Should be exciting.
All right, man. So if you guys just give us a moment, we're going to take a quick break. Give you some shout outs from the sponsors. Peace.
You are tuned in to the Bulldogs Sports Show, brought to you by Salamander Sports Grill. Join us every Monday night from 6:30 through 8 p.m. for our live recording.
All right, folks, we are back. And you're going on with this Joe Flacco story. Yeah, you got caught. We're not editing that one. Nuh-uh. See, this ain't one of your movies where you get to be in the editing room. You do the editing now, right?
Yeah, man. There's the editor now.
Yeah, the boss man over here. So we're keeping Flacco. You're gonna be. I'm gonna be like, welcome, folks. And you're gonna be all of a sudden, all right, Joe Flacco. What? Weirdo. All right. As we were in the art of Kim Weems, we digress. Which I want you to know, there's been a new drinking game invented from people watching.
told me that earlier.
I was telling you this earlier, and every time you say you know,
Right.
people have to take a shot.
A drinker.
Every time Kim Weems says we digress,
We digress.
right. You gotta take a shot.
Okay.
So by the end of like a 45-minute episode, people are pretty wasted watching the show.
What does the board game tonight?
I don't know. I hope we get rights to the movies.
I know, man.
I'm on my own little action figure.
Mattel.
All right. We're done with these notes. All right.
Man, let's go.
All right, here we go. So let's start off with college sports.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Let's start off with our favorites, UCF.
Yeah.
But not our favorites. Look, I'm a fan of all Florida college teams. It's just we live right next to UCF, so it's in our blood. So again, how did UCF do?
Well, they actually won this week, 31-24, beating BYU.
Why you guys say they actually won?
They won, man. They won.
Okay, all right. I feel better, but when you say they actually won, like we were going into it like we were going to lose. All right,
Well, I did say last week, BYU would have been a test. Was a game that that would be tested, and they passed the test.
What was the final score?
I told you, man, 31-24.
I don't listen to you all the time. Most of the time I'm staring at your dreamy eyes.
Oh Lord.
All right. He does got dreamy eyes. He was a jarhead. All right,
Don't be
jarhead.
doing that.
You know what's funny is when I do those jokes around the MMA guys, they really don't like it.
I don't do that.
But no, UCF actually, they played well. Props to the defense. BYU was actually trying to, tie the game up at the end of the game.
They're monsters.
Yeah, man. And,
Don't take those Mormons lightly, bro. I'm telling you.
man. But like I was saying, that's a word today.
Take a shot. My fault. Every time you hear it.
Oh, man. But yeah, the defense played well.
All right. Quarterback Justin Holman improving his play or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
He was actually 30 for 51, 326 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and he rushed for a touchdown.
And he rushed for a touchdown?
Yeah.
Hold on, he's a quarterback. See, I like it when a quarterback can rush for a touchdown and doesn't get his hand smacked and they do a touchback like I was explaining a week ago or something.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So they're going against what? Tulane? I can't read these notes. All right, so Tulane.
What happened, man?
I can't teach him.
Yeah, she can write the things, but I'm looking at her going, Toucan?
No, they actually playing Tulane this coming Saturday.
They only have 2 lanes in their town, or is it a really small town?
No,
It's like this town I heard of called Skenevas. They don't even have a working street light in their town. I swear to God, this town my lady came from, it's called Skenevas out of New York. 1 working street light stops at 6 o'clock. It turns off. Okay, then it just flashes. 1 working payphone turns off by 6 o'clock. No working payphone.
Where's it? Upstate New York?
Upstate New York.
I would never go there.
Listen, they have 1 school. Elementary school, middle school, high school. Her graduating class, all the seniors graduated. 34 kids.
All right, how far is that from like Syracuse?
From Syracuse, at least like 4 hours.
4-hour drive from Syracuse.
Wow.
To the east.
To the east.
So is Tulane like them? They just got, or are they like 2 Chainz? Are they big fans of 2 Chainz? Or they
Tulane University is like New Orleans, right?
Oh, I'm done making jokes about them. Forget that. We are done. No daycare. Yeah, I love y'all. Peace out. All right, let's get this on. No, I ain't trying to get shot. Let's move this along.
What's up, man? What else?
Florida State. How's Seminoles? We won.
Yeah, the Seminoles, they played Syracuse, and they won 38-20.
I'm getting good news all day in college sports. Not like when Coach was up here just pooping on me.
But, like we've been saying, the Florida teams are playing like they're in the NFL, and the NFL teams have been playing like they're in college. But,
I did the Bucks.
the Bucks.
We digress. All right, so what's going on? Seminoles are no longer number 1?
No, they're no longer number 1.
Why?
Mississippi State is the new number 1. And the reason being, I believe, is because they've had wins against LSU when LSU was ranked number 8. Texas A&M at the time, when Mississippi State beat them, they were ranked number 6. And I believe it was last week, they beat Auburn, and Auburn was number 2. Florida State haven't really played a ranked team. They don't play a ranked team until this coming Saturday, 8 o'clock.
Okay. I'm confused about this. We got a game, Florida State against a bunch of, but are they hunchbacks?
I don't think so, but.
Notre Dame?
No.
Bad reference. Moving on. All right, so how are we going to do against Notre Dame?
I hope it's a high-scoring game because you know what?
I do too. They're
at this moment, watching both teams, their defenses show up some games and don't show up others. Like Notre Dame gave up 43 points to North Carolina. If they give away that many points to Florida State, they're going to lose.
Done.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah. That was their last game?
Yeah, this was this past week.
Okay.
But on the other hand, Notre Dame also loves come back in the 4th quarter when it's like 4 to 5 minutes left in the game.
You know why?
And win the game. Why?
They bring them Catholic priests out and they start doing them. and then it's over, bro. It's over. They come walking out with those incense things. You know, as soon as those things start swinging like that,
That's it.
I'd be intimidated if I was on another team. If I just had the coach yelling at me, Coach Black's just there yelling at me, I'm like, okay, this is a football game. I look across the field and the other guys got some dudes in like ceremony outfits swinging some incense and stuff, making prayers. God's against me, man. That's what it's telling me. God do. All right.
You know, what's that kid, that quarterback that went crazy and they suspended him?
All of it? No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
Which one was that on?
What you mean crazy?
The quarterback, the college
Define
quarterback that he's gonna get into trouble.
Oh, like what? The one that stole crab legs?
Yeah.
Jameis Winston.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs that.
Oh, you saying he's going over?
Isn't he suspended or you?
He's playing. He's playing.
You need to trade him because he's need Jesus.
He's playing.
We brought this priest from Notre Dame.
All right,
We digress.
we digress. That's 2 shots. All right, just so you're keeping up. All right, so Florida's going against LSU.
Well, they played LSU. They lost LSU.
We lost against LSU. Oh, so we didn't have completed.
They lost LSU.
I see what that means by the question mark there.
Oh.
I should have read that differently, I guess. Okay.
Oh,
so
man.
look at that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they lost LSU.
Trayvon Harris back? What's that guy?
Was actually playing this coming Saturday. What happened was,
What happened was?
yeah, I drank up. He got cleared, I guess. Well, the accuser dropped the charges, recanted her story. But he didn't play last week. I guess they want to give him some time to recuperate or whatever mentally. But the coach has come out and said he will play both quarterbacks this coming Saturday.
Do you think he'll help this season, or?
Yeah, he will help. When they played Tennessee, he had like 2 drives, one for a touchdown, one for a field goal, and that offense moves differently when he's in the game, But this week he didn't play. They lost by 3. And I think for Jeff Driscoll, he understands, here's a guy, a freshman behind me that can take my spot. And, he came out and played decent this past weekend against LSU, but, you have that guy behind you that wants your spot, so you have to play well.
I was just counting how many times you said
I knew.
Take a shot.
All right, so Missouri.
Hey, come on, man.
I keep throwing them. It's just the way see? The wind.
There's no winning. There's no fans blowing. What's going on?
All right, so Missouri. They going against Missouri?
Yeah.
Or under who we going to get?
Well, Missouri just got blanked out by Georgia 34-0, so expect.
They got blanked out.
They did not. They didn't score a single point.
Oh, okay. Well, for the novice sports fan, you say blanked out. I'm like, what?
The Bucks.
Joe Flacco.
I'm not talking to that. I'm just going to talk to you from now on. How you doing, man? All right, your segment's next. Fine.
Yes.
Miami. What's up? Talking about Hurricanes.
Yeah, they actually came out and scored 55 points this past weekend. 55-34 over Cincinnati.
Wow.
Yeah, and their quarterback, Brad Collier, he's improving week after week. And you have the quarterback Johnson. He's averaging 100 yards a week. So, actually this week, Miami backup running back Joseph Yerby, he also had 113 yards rushing on 8 carries.
So I'm guessing what this is going on to is their offense is starting to click.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah, I hope so.
It sounds like. So where are they at right now in the range?
Well, if they get 2 more wins, they'll be bowl eligible.
Bowl eligible.
Yeah, so
I like that.
Yeah, so after the regular season, they'll go play a bowl game.
A bowl game.
Yeah,
Are you gonna call it a bowl game?
that's what it is.
A bowl game. Okay, moving on. All right, folks. If you just give us, do you have anything else in college? Hold on.
Well, you had some local teams here that
Oh, okay. We'll go to the. We always do the big ones, and we forget sometimes some of our smaller teams.
Yeah, and hey, y'all.
We were talking about it earlier, man. Some of the teams.
I'm gonna give you some of the scores for the other schools here in Florida that played this weekend. USF, University of South Florida.
Right.
Actually lost to ECU, 28-17. I think ECU is ranked right now like 18 in the nation. And they have a pretty good team. They usually rank in the mid teens every year.
Right.
So it was a good game. It's just that again, defense. Their defense had to basically show up second half of the game, but they didn't do that. University of Texas San Antonio 16, Florida International had 13. Stetson, your favorite college in the land.
Look, people that don't know, I didn't know it was a college. I thought it was a Cologne. I thought Colognes were building schools or something now. My bad.
Man. But
I can't know every school.
Stetson actually scored 23, but they actually lost to San Diego. San Diego had 31 points. And just for Stetson, this is their second year back playing college football. So, it takes a while to build your program to where it's a winning program. And Bethune-Cookman scored 51 points. Howard was 12, Howard University. And it was actually Bethune-Cookman's homecoming this weekend. And Florida A&M had 24, and Savannah State had 14. And that's about it.
Wow. Sounds like some good teams, man. Some good scores for Florida.
Good games.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to keep this going, folks. You guys, we're going to be right back.
USF, University of South Florida.
Right.
Actually lost to ECU, 28-17. I think ECU is ranked right now like 18 in the nation. And they have a pretty good team. They usually rank in the mid teens every year.
Right.
So it was a good game. It's just that again, defense. Their defense had to basically show up second half of the game, but they didn't do that. University of Texas San Antonio 16, Florida International had 13. Stetson, your favorite college in the land.
Look, people that don't know, I didn't know it was a college. I thought it was a Cologne. I thought Colognes were building schools or something now. My bad.
Man. But
I can't know every school.
Stetson actually scored 23, but they actually lost to San Diego. San Diego had 31 points. And just for Stetson, this is their second year back playing college football. So, it takes a while to build your program to where it's a winning program. And Bethune-Cookman scored 51 points. Howard was 12, Howard University. And it was actually Bethune-Cookman's homecoming this weekend. And Florida A&M had 24, and Savannah State had 14. And that's about it.
Wow. Sounds like some good teams, man. Some good scores for Florida.
games.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to keep this going, folks. You guys, we're going to be right back.
You are tuned in to the Bulldogs Sports Show, brought to you by Salamander Sports Grill. Join us every Monday night from 6:30 through 8 p.m. for our live recording.
Folks, we're back. Again. And of course, if you already know, we don't have Kim Weems this week, and we also don't have our super champion MMA.
Randy, the walking weapon, Newell.
That's his whole title.
Walking weapon, baby. Yeah.
Like they have that on his driver's license, or is that?
Believe it or not, it's on his birth certificate.
They put that on his birth certificate.
Yeah.
His mama knew that when
When
he was born.
he was born to be the walking weapon.
I was like, you are
That
the
is-
one.
I just
Yeah.
people call me a walking weapon at that point.
Yeah, he's training for a fight. November
21st.
21st.
Yeah, we all plan to be there on that one.
Breakthrough MMA at
Breakthrough MMA, UCF Arena.
University of Central Florida.
We all plan to be there. It's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, he's training right
I'm
now.
telling you, buy your tickets now. They're going. They go for like $25 to $75.
It's gonna be fire. I mean, it's one of the biggest amateur fights out in Florida.
How many names are on the ticket?
Huh?
How many names are on the ticket?
Man, there's gonna be 35 fights.
35.
Yeah.
Now the first
Time
half.
about 35 fights or fighters.
There's gonna be 35 fights.
Yeah, on that card.
When you go there,
Yeah.
bring a sleeping bag.
What
Yeah,
time
when
does
we-
it kick off?
Well, hold on,
It's
hold on.
usually around 7.
Yeah, when we went to the Volusia County Fairgrounds, we saw Randy fight.
Right.
That was like a 5-hour thing. It
it's
was like the first 2 hours
Just
were
like-
the guys that weren't going to be on the DVD.
Correct.
And those were the guys that some of them had headgear and
Right,
bigger boxing
right.
gloves and
Yeah.
stuff. And it's a little bit less contact.
Right.
But then after that, the names on the card, that's that 3-hour event. That's where all the big fights and
Right.
the full contact
Yeah,
and all
towards
that.
the end, yeah. You got 5 title matches. You also have about 18 ground and pound matches, which means, you know, when you get to the ground, you can punch on the ground and
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
ground. And the rest are just amateur regular fights. They don't allow ground and pound
Right.
just yet.
Now, Breakthrough, those are good friends of ours. We love Breakthrough. I hope you guys are watching.
Right.
We love you guys.
Yep.
Randy Newell's our man. So tell us, what you said there's 5 title belts going on for up for grabs. What weight classes are we going at?
They're different weight classes.
Whoa, yeah.
Middleweight and welterweight usually.
We're gonna have heavyweight too?
I don't think. I haven't.
No?
I
When we did the Volusia one, they had a few heavyweight matches there that night. That's why I was wondering.
I didn't look
The
too
belt
much.
wasn't up that night.
I didn't look too much into detail because I'm just subbing in for Randy Newell.
I know.
He has all the information.
Ronnie does the boxing, but
Yeah, I'm just happy that Randy Newell is fighting, and I'm very excited because this is his last amateur fight, and he'll be signing a pro contract.
that's for real, man. Randy's going
Yes.
pro, man.
Yep.
Like,
It's-
we're not gonna have him on the show because we won't be able to afford him after he signs pro. So.
We might see Randy on TV one day.
He might remember us.
Yeah,
I mean,
he will be on TV. He
you know,
will be.
I hope Randy remembers us.
Yeah, I'm one of his trainers, so I know he'll be on TV.
All right.
Nah, he's cool, man.
Orlando Jikado Alliance, stop by my gym.
You can plug. You can plug yourself.
Oh yeah.
I'm not against any person plugging
Yeah,
himself.
I just threw it in there.
Oh, he is
Shirt,
wearing the shirt.
The shirt.
It's right here. It's right here. Randy's gonna show it. Randy's gonna go in there and do. That's what he's gonna do.
All right.
But that's amateur. You know, coming up. Like I said, it's gonna be at the UCF.
How many fights has Randy had with Breakthrough?
Breakthrough about 6.
Okay.
About 6 fights.
And you were saying to go pro, he only has to do like what, 3 wins or 3
No, you don't have to.
wins?
You know, you don't have to have a lot of wins or any wins in amateur level. You can sign a pro anytime you want until you feel like.
Okay.
But it's good to go through amateur fighting because it gets you prepared to fight in pro. You know, the more amateur fights you have, the more prepared you will be in pro fighting. Because pro fighting is no joke. That's a whole nother level.
The amateur fighting is no joke.
Oh, the amateur fighting is no joke.
I don't know if you guys have watched Breakthrough MMA before, but like I've been in tons of fights in my life. I don't know if you can tell. None of them have ever looked like a Breakthrough MMA fight. Right? Those are some knockout, bloody, gory.
You know, there's a lot of talented fighters in Florida, and Breakthrough is putting them out there. You know what I mean? And it's one of the only few that are out there. So be sure to go out there November 21st and support them because it's going to be big.
Local people, UCF, man, come on out.
Starts at 7, right?
So it's around 7.
Tickets are on sale right now. You can check them out on Facebook. Look up.
Fights never start on time.
Yeah.
As far as that's just amateur. We got I always get UCF and UFC mixed up. Ultimate Fighting Championship. We got one coming up on, let me see here, October 25th. Randy Newell, last time we touched up on this, Jose Aldo versus Mendez. Okay. The rematch. It's going to be big. Of course, I believe that Aldo will win this fight.
Yeah. Did he win the first one?
He won the first one by a knee to the face in the second round. It was a KO. That was
I'm down.
But you know, a fight that I'm kind of interested in. There's a light heavyweight match between Glover Teixeira and against Phil Davis. A light heavyweight match. It's gonna be pretty good.
All right.
It can go both ways. I mean, Phil Davis is a very athletic person, really good, great grappler. His stand-up is kind of weak, but Glover Teixeira is a beast, stand-up wise, and he's got pretty good grappling. I mean, he's learned a couple of good wrestling from Chuck Liddell. He's from Chuck Liddell's trainer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Iceman.
The Iceman, yeah. So
See, I don't know, like I said, I'm a novice sports fan, but you know, certain names, Chuck Liddell, you start throwing that around,
Right.
That's my man right there.
Yeah, so I believe that Teixeira's going to win this fight. Glover Teixeira. He probably went by
I
knockout.
keep thinking Churro. I'm like, I'm getting hungry thinking of Churros now.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, man. Shout out to Old Town and some Churros.
To me, so those are the two biggest fights for Ultimate Fighting coming up. And I'll just move into boxing.
Yeah, let's get into boxing.
Last week I talked about Jermaine Taylor, who got a title shot out of nowhere. Believe it or not, he won.
What?
I didn't see that.
Jermaine Taylor won the IBF.
This is like the Rocky Apollo story.
Yeah.
When was this one?
This was last week, the 27th.
Was this like a Showtime fight? It wasn't on HBO.
No, it was on ESPN.
Oh, wow. Friday Night Lights?
Yep, Friday night, yep. So he won. He shot me.
Oh, he's on like, is that like I don't want to say this the wrong way. I don't want to say it's a downgrade, but from where he's been to now, like, what can we expect from him for the future?
I hope a lot of good stuff. Maybe, he'll be a good fighter.
Who can be like his future opponents?
A lot of guys in his weight class, in that weight division.
What weight class is it?
It's middleweight.
So he's fighting like guys like, that's not Andre Ward.
Yes.
Yeah, Andre Ward.
Yes. That weight class is deep.
Yeah, excited. He just got over that name. He was like, yeah.
Andre Ward is one of
Oh my God.
Andre Ward is one of my favorite fighters. I think he's the greatest boxer out right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Like I would definitely like to see like Mayweather come up and weight to fight like Andre Ward.
Oh my goodness.
I think it would be a good fight.
That'd be the greatest ever right there. That'd be. It may never happen, but
I think in boxing,
How much weight would he have to come up to do something like that?
Mayweather?
Yeah, well, how much? 20 pounds?
Maybe 10, 15
pounds.
10, 15 pounds isn't bad.
He could do it.
Yeah, 10, 15 pounds isn't bad.
He could do it. I mean, if he wants. But Andre Ward is a very, very skilled fighter.
Then he's not gonna do it.
I'm thinking boxing.
Mayweather won't do it.
Yeah.
Mayweather won't mess with
I'm thinking boxing. There needs to be like mandatory fights, like
Right.
Mandatory fight.
mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like recess, man. It was like, man, you and you now, by the jungle gym.
Everybody's been talking about Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
Yes.
I think
Yeah, first someone to do that in the country that is called
listen, back in the day,
freedom of the country, freedom of the people.
back in the day, you want to fight, and they're like, okay, who you want next? And you call out a boxer,
Right.
And you had to fight the boxer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think for Mayweather, his next 3 fights should be Pacquiao, Amir Khan, and
Andre Ward.
that's right.
Did you just say the lion from Lion King? Or the second name, what was the name?
Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, yeah. I'm talking about Star Trek.
Yeah.
No, I think the evil lion, right? Right, honey? Simba's uncle, right? No?
Scar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
I might have watched the movie once when I was a kid, right? I don't know what to tell you. All right.
Yeah.
We digress.
No problem.
Yes, we digress.
You digress.
So what else is going on,
Your
Ron?
face digresses.
October 18th, it's another Russian guy. I cannot pronounce these Russian guys.
Press it over. Let me see if I can say it.
Gennady Golovkin.
See, what used to happen was they would always pass it to me, and I would go, I can't read it just because I'm white. You know?
Golovkin, man.
Golovkin, yep. He is 30-0 with 27 KOs.
What weight class is he in?
Is middleweight.
27 KO.
Oh, and then another shot for Mayweather.
He is dangerous. Mayweather does not want to mess with him. Pacquiao doesn't want to mess with him. This guy is
I've
dangerous.
seen that guy fight.
And Russian.
He's Russian. He's dangerous. 27 KOs. People stay away from him.
That's
That's a good thing. It's not mandatory for this man.
Right.
Yeah, I still want to go back to the mandatory thing. No.
Yes.
He's a crazy person, man.
Yeah.
So what if they be like, I challenge Derrick Riviere from the Bulldogs sports show. This is a mandatory fight. You've been called out. You got to go.
I'll put it like this. You give me,
The law.
give me at least $2 million, I'll take one hit.
Oh yeah. If we're talking millions, any boxing promoter out there looking,
Yeah, I'll fight anyone on the planet.
yo, Mayweather, I got you, bro.
$1 million, I'll fight anybody, heavyweights, anybody.
No, straight up. Yo, I put the challenge out to any fighter out there. You got $2 million. Come fight me.
If
Win
I
or
beat
lose,
you,
I get the $2 million.
$1 million.
More likely, I will lose. So
If I beat you, $1 million.
I'm taking a dive.
I do for
on the first fight.
$200,000.
Oh man.
Fight me too.
Why are you already?
man.
I said $2 million.
Yeah,
and now
you're bringing our value.
what is wrong with you? Like we're already picking with the signs, and he's like, "No, I want $200,000." Yo, in Detroit, we would have killed you. Teamsters would have came out after you, boy. You don't do that.
Hey, look, I was just trying to get that quick money.
Boy, let me call my union.
I wouldn't even train for it. I was just walking in there. As soon as he missed me, I just.
No, that's called trespassing. Like all of us could just show up to a fight if it was that easy. Hey, I just showed up. Can I get in the ring, get $2 million?
Show up
Don't worry, I don't plan to beat the guy.
Show up to that fight like the fan man. Remember the fan man when he showed up and he flew in the middle of a Riddick Bowl and ran the whole.
Oh yeah.
He got beat up.
Oh man.
He's like, I'm here to fight.
So he's fighting against. Goldman. How you say? Golovkin is fighting against Marco Rubio. He's another Mexican fighter. He's pretty good, pretty scrappy, but Golovkin's gonna run through him.
I've heard of Marco before, man.
No, not that Marco. It's
Marco
many
Polo? Marco Polo?
Marco Polo.
No. It's a pool game. Seriously? You know?
Is that what you wrote in this book?
Will you stop looking at my card, man? I almost got Hangman done. Look,
Yeah, that fight is on HBO, by the way.
Give me on HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody gets to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's all I have right now.
That's all you have?
Yeah, that's all.
Well, I guess show's over then.
Yeah.
We're done. Forget it.
You guys want to ask me anything? You talk about boxing?
Who does your hair?
Huh? I do. Yeah. It's called like Gorilla Glue or something.
I don't care who does your hair. God dang it. All right, so usually this is about the time where we kick this guy off the stage and we do Hot Topics, and Coach comes back. But Kim Weems isn't here, and we didn't do any homework for Hot Topics. So basically, what'd you do this weekend?
Drink beer and watch football.
I don't even know why I asked. Hey, Coach, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh man, have practice.
Oh, he had practice. The whole weekend?
Saturday.
He has to get ready for the season.
God, bruh. That was poor team. Hey, anybody on the Mambas, bro. All right, I'm so sorry. All right, just holler at me. I'll get you out to a comedy show. We'll go see something, get some laughs. You let these people go home, or do you just keep them in cages? I mean, I don't.
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours a day, they get to go home. Huh? That's it. Oh, okay. I was like 3 hours a day. That's it. God, that's horrible.
Nah, man. He's getting his team ready for the season.
Right.
You know?
Can we talk about the tailgating?
Of course.
All right. So we got some stuff planned. We're gonna do some production value stuff. We're gonna go through some tailgating.
This coming Saturday, we'll be there around 9:30.
Tell them where.
UCF football game. They playing Tulane. Game kicks off at 12. We should be there between 9:30 and 11, or 9:30 and 11:30. All depends on how much food this guy eats.
We're looking to eat.
Hey, are you gonna wear a costume? I think you should show up like a elf.
I was gonna say like no, but I'm starting to think like Well, I got a co-host that I was gonna bring.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Sims.
Oh, yeah?
We're gonna bring Sims the comic.
Who?
Sims, the real crazy comic guy that's here.
Oh, you gonna bring him?
Yeah.
You guys should both wear costumes.
No, we're not both gonna work out.
Come on, man. It's almost Halloween, man.
You know, his name
We
is
do
Sims
like
the
a
Clown, though.
Hollywood, Hollywood Halloween special tailgate.
Yeah.
Oh, God. See, he's appealing to me because he knows how much I like to dress up. All right, but hey, look, seriously, anybody coming out, anybody watching the show, please come on out this Saturday, UCF. We're going to be there by like 9 o'clock in the morning. Should be really great fun. Who are we going against?
Tulane. And if you don't know, for those who don't know what a tailgate area is, I think, what was that? I forgot the name of the street. That's really bad. But right behind the stadium.
He's very informative.
Right, right behind the stadium.
What you do, right? Look for this guy, right? Lawn chair. He's gonna tell you to go up 2 blocks and make a right. then you're gonna look for a man standing by a payphone. Now you're gonna show him 3 fingers upside down. That way he knows you down.
Right. But no, it's actually McCullough.
Are you making up words?
No, that's the name of the street, McCullough Road.
McCullough.
Yeah.
McCullough.
We're gonna have to edit it in. We're gonna have to just put it in text on video. Put it in text. We're gonna put the address.
Right here below.
It's right next. Look. It's right next to the Chevron station.
This is where it's gonna be at. Right
Again, look for the guy.
This is where it's gonna be at right here. This.
Why would you put it? Why would you put it over my? You're not editing. Don't edit. Don't put. Don't watch this episode. Don't put something
right
over my
for the
face.
J's
I swear to
face.
God.
Right for the J's face.
Oh, look underneath.
Oh boy.
Derrick, you need to put it right here. Right
No, don't do that. Look. All right, we digress. Take another shot before show over.
Yes.
All right, so this Saturday, UCF, we're going to shoot a tailgating segment. We're going to put it throughout the show. Hopefully more tailgating parties will come. We'll let you guys know. Please come out anytime you guys can. If you guys watch the show, friends, family, businesses. Oh, speaking of businesses, shameless plug time. All right, I want to thank everybody at Vining Tattoos on South Orange Blossom Trail. Check out Rick Barnett. Don't plug me. Don't stop me. I'm plugging you. Don't you try to stop me, boy. All right, and I want to thank everybody at the Florida Mall at Buckle, keeping me dressed in affliction clothes. And who else we got? Oh, Urban Barbers, downtown Orlando on Roslyn. Give a shout out to my roommate, Jorge Jimenez. Please go see him because he owes me rent. And that's it. Yeah.
Can't forget Salamander.
Oh, so, but that's on the thing. That's on the, okay. Everybody knows, please, every Monday, come to Salamander Sports Grill. Come check out our show.
Yes.
We
Great
do
wings.
other shows if you don't want to come see our show.
Good
But,
food,
you
great
know,
wings,
Oh, we got them chicken things tonight,
action
boy.
pack.
You got some?
Oh, we got them chicken things.
Okay.
I don't even know what the chicken things are. but they're
Chicken things?
Those chicken things are good. They weren't like chicken tenders. They were like chicken things with like dipping sauce. Oh, salamander bites, but they're not made out of real salamanders. They're made out of chicken. Because the name can throw you off. You'd be like, salamander bite? Whoa. This is Florida. I've heard of gator tail, but... All right.
Yeah.
We digress. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Please tune in, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we're out.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Bulldogs Sports Show, please come back next week to view a brand new episode.